Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church in Eugene, where empowered by love, transform ourselves and the world. My name is the Reverend Lois Van Leer, she, her, hers, and it's my pleasure to be joined in the leadership of worship this week by behind-the-scenes tech Kat Johnson, the wizard Kat Johnson, worship associate Jean DeVenny, and special guests Sean Phoenix and Stormy Ocean, who bring their voices and instruments to us from Montana. I was first introduced to a burning bowl ceremony by a Unity minister in Bozeman, Montana, most likely a service that was pagan in origin. It's a ritual that separates the old year from the new year. The ritual allows people to burn away all that they wish to let go of. So several years I created a burning bowl ritual, but I didn't let it stop with just the letting go. I added the aspects of ritual hand washing, the self-anointing with oil, and the setting of one's intentions with the lighting of candles to give flame to those intentions. And participants move through each step together, going from altar to altar. The ritual acts are separated by readings and silence and music. There is an intentional order to the movement through the ritual acts. So today's service is a variation of that burning bowl ritual. Given that we're doing church virtually without being able to gather in person as a community, things had to be tweaked to fit our online format. So instead of burning a piece of paper with the words of what we wish to let go of from the past year, you're going to be asked to just tear it up into minuscule tiny pieces. If you're able to burn it at some point later, great. If not, let it be recycled into compost. We cannot hold the pitcher of water for one another at the second altar to symbolically rinse, cleaning our hands. Instead, you will be asked to have a small ball the rinsing clean. So oil, the third altar, you are asked to have a rock in front of you, representing what you want the foundation of your life to be for the coming year. The fourth altar remains the lighting of a candle, a way to carry forth your intentions out into the universe. Human resting place for our most complicated feelings of joy and trauma, so that we don't have to haul those feelings around with us forever, weighing us down. We all need such places of ritual safekeeping. And I do believe that if your culture or tradition doesn't have the specific ritual you are craving, then you are absolutely permitted to make up a ceremony of your own devising, fixing your own broken down emotional systems with the all do-it-yourself resourcefulness of a generous plumber poet. Welcome to worship. Welcome to all ages, cradle to sage. Welcome to a new year. Welcome to possibility. And what would our worship service be if we didn't have a few announcements? This is a reminder that bidding for the Super SUUPER Heroes Virtual Auction begins on January 16th and ends with a fun-filled live Zoom event on January 23rd. Not only is the auction our biggest fundraiser, it's our biggest fundraiser, so please join us. We are still needing to have services donated, items donated, and you can do that by using the online donation form, which is going to be in the chat. I'm pointing to the chat. Or you can contact Suzanne Reynolds or Jane Wagner. More information is available both on the website and our weekly Connections newsletter. Please check that. I also want to thank those of you who have been visitors for taking the time to fill out the visitor form so that we can contact you and say welcome to our community. That form is also in the chat. Please take the time to fill that out. Let us continue our worship. The back of the winter is broken, and light lingers long by the door. And the seeds of the summer have spoken in gowans that bloom on the shore. By night and day we'll sport and we'll play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away as we follow the heron home. In darkness we cradled our sorrow and stoked all our fires with fear. Now these bones that lie empty and hollow are ready for gladness to cheer. By night and day we'll sport and we'll play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we follow the heron home. So long may you sing of the salmon and the snow-scented sounds of your home, while the north wind delivers her sermon of ice and salt water and stone. By night and day we'll sport and we'll play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we follow the heron home. By night and day we'll sport and we'll play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we follow the heron home. And we follow the heron home. And we follow the heron home.
Flame of truth, flame of love, within, without, below, above.
Let go of all that binds you, of all that burdens you, of what you carry, of all that shames you, of fear, of trespasses and transgressions, of woundedness. Let go of guilt. Let go of anger. Let go of small-mindedness and pettiness, of ways of being that no longer work for you, of compulsions that consume your living. Let go of what you cannot change. Let go of regret, of that which haunts you. Let go of pain. Let go of ways in which you have missed the mark. Let go.
Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Holy breath and holy name. Will you ease this pain? Loosen, loosen, baby, and you don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Loosen, loosen, baby, and you don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go.
The presenter mimed taking her hand to her mouth, wetting it, and then taking it to a dry erase board to wipe clean her mistake as she was presenting. A whoopsie moment, wiping the slate clean, beginning again. We talk about a new year as a clean slate, a chance to reset, to start over, to wipe the dry erase board of our lives clean. Or we could do a sort of internal year in review. What did we learn? Where did we take an errant turn? What woke us in the night and would not let us sleep? Where did love take us? What challenged us in ways we could not have imagined we would be challenged? What softened in us, opened, poked out? What sorrows did we bear? What grief did we scale? What made us cringe in judgment or guilt? Acknowledge all of it. The generous and less generous ways we were in our world. Tally it all without the accompanying whoopsie, and slowly wipe the dry erase board of the year clean and begin again. Life will go on, and we can either be swept up and away in its course, or we can set our intentions for participating in it, to say yes to it, to choose it, and to come alive to it. Or we can let it pass us by, or rough and tumble us like the waves on the beach. Don't let regret hold you back. Move beyond it. We need not grasp for something to hold on to. We need only let ourselves return to our own centers. Have you seen the image of the new moon held in the old moon's arms? That crescent of moon that holds the new moon in its entirety. Yes, I know that the dark orb of the new moon is really just what we call earth shine, or being lit by the earth's light. And yet, the entirety of what is new awaits us, held by the waning of the old moon. Let the year to come be like the new moon held in the arms of the old moon, the old year. As you look back over the crescent of the year that was, be aware that the wholeness of the new year is waiting to come into itself. Of your life. What roadmap will you have created to look back at this time next year? Let us begin again. Gene, you need to unmute. There you go. There you go.
I did? Okay. On the piece of paper you gathered, take a few moments to write down what you wish to let go of from the past year. I'll give you a moment to do that. When you are done, take a moment to thank those things you have written. Then tear the paper into pieces again and again until those pieces are at their smallest. Let what you need to let go be reduced to bits. If later they are recycled or composted, know that those processes will disintegrate and release them. Or if you are later able to burn those pieces, let the flame and the fire release the hold of the past.
In love, practice only this. Each other go, letting each other go. For holding on comes easily. We don't need to learn it. Holding on comes easily. We don't need to learn. Practice letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. Practice letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. In love, practice only this. Letting each other go, letting each other go. For holding on comes easily. We don't need to learn it. Holding on comes easily. We don't need to learn. Practice letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. Practice.
Most religious traditions have understood the element of water as the great purifier, that which washes clean or makes new. It's the teacher of the mysteries of life and death and rebirth. Springs, streams, rivers, creeks, lakes, ponds, pools, oceans are compassionate healers, relieving actual and metaphoric thirsts. Water in our lives is the power of purification, the healing balm of compassion, and the mystical presence of creativity. Rumi said so many years ago, "Be a full bucket pulled up the dark way of a well, then lifted out into the light. Stars burn clear all night. Do that yourself. And a spring will rise in the dark with water your deepest thirst is for." So if you have your bowl of water, I encourage you to either pick it up or place it before you. And in any way that symbolizes cleansing for you or rinsing for you, put your little fingers in there and take a moment to do that. We give thanks for water.
We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain, flowing to the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain, flowing to the ocean. We all come of rain, flowing to the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain, flowing to the ocean.
Rock. Solid, foundational, formed by melting, cooling, eroding, compacting, deforming, compressing, compounding, transformed and transported by wind, water, ice, held under pressure, molten heat, and cooled. What is the rock, the foundation firm upon which your life rests? Can it be moved? Will wind or water wash it or wear it away? Will it remain in all seasons, all heat, all tempests, snows, winds, and quakes? What is the rock you have placed your life upon? Place your stone before you. Think of the ways that you go out into the world, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and these days, virtually. Let this stone represent the foundation from which you go. Let it represent also what it is you return to. Think of somewhere in your home you can place this stone, somewhere you pass in your daily moving about. Then when you see it, reach out to touch it, a reminder, a touchstone for your life.
Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return to what you are, return to who you are, return to where you are, born and reborn again. Return again, return again, Return to the land of your soul. Return again. Return again.
Wrote, the very least you can do in your life is to figure out what you hope for. And the most you can do is live inside that hope, not admire it from a distance, but live right in it, under its roof. I ask you to turn to your candles and know that in this ritual, the candle and its flame represents your intentions for a new year. And as you light the candle, let it carry your intentions out to be witnessed by the universe. If you need to lift that intention up as the year progresses, light it again as often as you need to. So take a moment and light your candles.
Good where we've been, good where we're going to. Good where we've been, good where we're going to. Good where we've been, good where we're going to. Good where we've been, good where we're going to. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Good where we've been, good where we're going to. Good where we've been, good where we're going to. Good where we've been, good where we're going to. Good where we've been, good where we're going to. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
As we come to the end of our ritual, I ask you to look at the ritual elements before you. Those pieces of paper torn to bits that represent the things you want to let go of, the possibility of burning them later or composting them. And be reminded of the bowl of water that allowed you to rinse and purify yourself, and of the rock upon which you rest your life's foundation, that it reminds you of who you are and where you came from and what you can return to. And the candles that carry that foundation and your intention and your hopes to the universe, the cosmos, candles that can be lit again and again to remind you of what you have set as your intention for the year. And as we come to the end of the ritual part of our service today, I want to share with you the words of the African-American poet Lucille Clifton. And she wrote, I am running into a new year. Blow back like a wind that I catch in my hair. Like strong fingers, like all my old promises. And it will be hard to let go of what I said to myself about myself when I was 16 and 26 and 36, even 36. But I am running into a new year, and I beg what I love and what I leave to forgive me. May it be so. Blessed be. Amen. In our time together, we create the sacred chalice circle, a safe space, a holy space in which the offerings of our hearts and our minds and our spirits can be held. During this time, I invite you to share the joys, the sorrows, the concerns of your hearts, of your spirits, maybe even of your bodies in the chat. And know that it will be held and it will be lifted up by this community. The piece that Sean just played is a piece that she wrote after visiting Joshua Tree National Park. There is so much here that has been lifted up in the joys and sorrows in the chat, and a lot of it seems to revolve around COVID, which is a reminder that even though it's 2021, there are things from 2020 that we will have to deal with and carry forward with us into a new year. I ask you, if you are able, to cross your hands over your chest, your heart, as a way to be supportive, to show compassion, to show solidarity with one another in this chalice circle, knowing that the things that you offer are held. They are carried not just by you alone, by those who are gathered in the chalice of community. May those who know suffering be relieved from it. Those who know pain have it lessened. Those who know joy continue to live into it. Those who wish for hope be granted it. May all that lies within be honored, be held, be trusted, be made sacred. May it be so. So be it. Blessed be.
For the entire month of January, our community offering will be given to Carry It Forward, a Eugene nonprofit that provides direct service to the unhoused in our area. Carry It Forward provides everything from sleeping bags to vocational training. Thank you for supporting Carry It Forward with your generous offering today.
I am saying thank you. I am saying thank you. I am saying thank you. Thank you is my practice. I am saying thank you. I am saying thank you. I am saying thank you. Thank you is my practice. I am saying thank you. I am saying thank you. I am saying thank you. Thank you is my practice.
In the coming new year, may thank you and gratitude be our practice. hear these words of T.S. Eliot. What we call a beginning is often the end, and to make an end is to make a beginning. The end is where we start from. We shall not cease from exploration, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started and to know the place for the first time. Be well, be safe, stay connected. May it be so, so be it. Blessed be. And if you can't see the cartoon that is posted, I'm going to read it to you. It has two cartoon animals sitting there, and one is totally freaked out and says, "Why so optimistic about 2021? What do you think will bring? Everything seems so messed up." And the second cartoon character seems to be digging the dirt and says, "I think it'll bring flowers." And that first anxiety-ridden one says, "Yes, how come?" And the one who is planting says, "Because I am planting flowers." May 2021 not be so messed up, because we are trying to metaphorically and virtually plant many flowers. Do take good care, my friends. See you next week. Everybody waves goodbye. Take care.